Good evening. Is the frequency in use? Very well. If it's an emergency, call 911. If it's an emergency, otherwise, you can call us and we'll do it for you. Net may be broken at any time for that. For information on this net, you can go right now to YouTube, look in the search block there, and put in my call, K4PEW. And it'll bring up just my radio screen. You can hear other stations you might not normally hear, and you can also see what your signal strength looks like compared to others. You can also, well, you can keep track of what your signal sounds like. Where else was I? Oh yeah, you can also go to 146415.net for simplex information. You can go to groups.io. MJSS is just look for MJSS in their search block for Mount Juliet Simplex Society. Sign up for the email system, or you can send me an email at k4pew@arrl.net. I said .net, not .net. We normally meet at 8 p.m. every Wednesday and Saturday night. We also do a 10-meter net on Sunday nights. I say we, that's Michael Kate. But tonight, we do one on 2 meters, and we're doing 5-watt net night. 5-watt net night on 2 meters. We'll also 10-meter net tonight on 28.415. Following the 5-watt net night. If you don't have 5 watts, do what you got. As low as you can go. I don't know what that is. If it's 50, that's what you got to use. But anyway, we just try to see how everybody's station operates. I'll be on as soon as I finish the preamble here. The purpose of the net is to have fun. See how well your station works. See how if you're keeping track, you can figure out who you can hear, who you can't hear, because I identify every station as we go through later, and you can review it on YouTube if you want to. As far as announcements, again, 5-watt net night. The 10-meter net follows this net. This coming Saturday is indeed a breakfast over at Golden Corral in Hermitage. And let's see, what else do I have for you? I think that was it, other than the 10-meter net on Sunday night. Does anybody have anything else added to the announcements tonight? All righty. Now let me do this. I'm going to move over to my wattage down, and we'll go from there. K4P then. All right, now I'm cooking. I don't know if anybody's out there because I haven't heard anybody say anything yet. But we're going to start taking check-ins. You will be taking check-ins from the east. It's at net number 864. And but we'll be taking check-ins mobile and short on time first. Please come down.
Romeo, Victor, Quebec, Mount Juliet.
Hey, Brent, how are you?
Doing pretty good, Paul. I'm on 5 watts. How am I sounding?
Oh, you sounding great. You're doing about S6 here at full cop.
All right, I'm at my base with the antenna, but I am using 5 watts of power.
Well, that's what's nice about our 5-watt night net. You begin to realize that you don't need 50, and that's a good thing in emergency communications, because if you can get out with 5, your backup power is going to last a whole lot longer.
Absolutely. Well, Paul, thanks for the break-in, and I will catch you guys next week.
Very good. That's Brent, Kilo Echo for Romeo, Victor, Quebec, and he's in northwest Wilson County. Who else is short on time or mobile? Hello, David. I hear you fine and dandy. Did you go to 5 watts for us?
Okay, I just wanted to let you know, in the beginning here, Mr. Paul, I can barely hear you on 5 watts at all, but I will be standing by and listening, and just go ahead and check in. So I'll turn to 5 watts and move on.
Very good. That's David, KI4NDN. He's down in Reedyville. It's Kilo India 4 November, Delta November. I can hear him fine, but he's having a little trouble hearing me. Who else is short on time or mobile?
Victor Echo Mobile.
All right, I got Greg in there, mobile, Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor Echo. Did you go to 5 watts mobile there, Greg?
I'm not on 5 right now. I'm looking to see how to change it, but I'm driving, so I'm not too worried about it.
No, I don't think I'd be worried about it at all. Your signal's good. And anyway, Kilo Delta 4, Charlie Victor Echo, and he's mobile on the way home. Way home to Antioch, that is, from over in the short on time or mobile. W4EB. I wouldn't be able to tell if you were on 5 watts already. I think that was high power.
Oh, it's 5 watts. I ain't on medium, but I cut it back down.
No, that's what I'm saying. I wouldn't be able to tell. I mean, if you be 1 watt, you're still full scale to me.
Yeah, I know. We're lucky to have 9 elevation. By the way, I was in, what's that little town? I heard you from a little town. I think of it in a minute.
Was it down south, was it?
North.
Oh, I don't know where that would be, but was it good elevation up there?
No, I was in low elevations in Bethpage. That's where it was.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's very good. That wasn't today, though. It must have been the other day.
I was at full scale. I did hear you pretty good, and I was at a low elevation. Evidently, you couldn't hear me.
Don't think I did. Anything else for the net tonight, Eddie?
No, that'll be all. Thanks for doing what you do. Hope your wife is doing better. Maybe before you get.
Oh yeah, much better. She's going back to work on Saturday, so I can buy more radio gear. That was Eddie, Whiskey 4 Echo Bravo X-Ray. He's in Gladeville, just east of Mount Juliet. Who else is short on time or mobile? All righty, then we'll be starting from the east. Please come now.
Yeah, where's SIB?
Wow, you beat James in there. He must be sleeping.
Evidently, how do I sound on 5 watts?
Well, you're doing about an S4 and a good and loud.
Well, I've got you about 1/3 scale, and you look shaky, but I understand everything you're saying, no problem.
Yep. Well for you?
Everything is under control, and I'll see y'all Saturday.
Very good. Look forward to seeing you. That's KI4S is Bride, KI4SOR Stephanie in northwest of downtown Lebanon. Who else is short on time? Oh, I know. We're going. Nobody else east. 3, 2, 1. We're going up to the north.
84TWI.
Hey, you sound good on 5 watts if that's what you're doing. Wes.
Oh, hey. 7 bars from the little dot matrix screen I've got here. And I heard everybody, NDM was Richard was full scale, so it's all the good tonight.
Oh, yeah. No, you're S7 here as well.
It's a good barometer of what our stations can do. I'm interested to hear Michael Jonathan.
Yeah, very good. That was Wes. He's up near the lake, north of Lebanon. Kilo Echo 4 Tango Whiskey India. Who else is wherever I was, north? Oh, there was a double in there. Who was that? I don't know how to pick, so let's do it again. Somebody.
We'll go together again, probably. WB0 and OR.
Hey, very good. How you doing, Mark?
Doing well. Yeah, everybody sounds good on 5 watts.
You sound great. If you get something going on in the background there, it's almost like somebody's dragging a chain far away.
I don't know what's going on. There's something obviously going on.
No, I just hear a faint noise in the background, but it doesn't sound like a television or a radio, and it doesn't sound like radio interference either. I don't know if Frank's in there. You might be able to hear it as well.
I don't know. If I just leave stuff alone, I quit having these problems. They're mostly self-induced.
It's not. No, it's nothing big deal. It's a really, really faint. It's normally not there when you're on the air. I know what you're talking about. You just somehow we just can't leave well enough alone, can we?
No, we can't. But I'm on a different mic setup this time. I just happened to have it out, so I plugged it in. So that's what's going on.
I got you. Maybe it's just a mic that's got a little background noise. It's got, or whatever the reason is. I don't know. It's like I don't know how to tell you. If you listen for it on the web, more power to you. I can't describe it any better than I did. Anything else further than that, Mark?
Nope, not a thing. I'll be listening.
Very good. That's Mark in Northwest Wilson. Whiskey Bravo Zero, November, Oscar, up by the National Weather Service station. Who else is north?
89 RKK.
Hey, did you hear that background noise that was in Mark's station?
Yeah, I heard it does sound like chains dragging on the floor or something, just very faintly.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I thought, well, I heard it again. It's hard to determine what that might be. It sounded intriguing, I guess. I don't know. It was a tinny sound.
Yeah, like, yeah, that's almost what it sounds like. Because I remember one time, crazy, it's going to sound nuts, but my dad did that once, messing with us in the, back in the day when the furnace through the whole house with the sound. He was pretending to be like some kind of ghost down there trying to scare us. He was doing exactly that. Like, dragging it. That's exactly what it sounded like, kind of.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Air vent and supplier vent in the basement would go through the whole house.
Yeah, he was messing with us when we were kids, yeah.
That's funny. Everything going well?
Yeah, I'm hearing everybody on 5 watts. Everybody sounds pretty good, actually. I mean, like, I could be, on some of the farther ones, early check-ins, but like you and Eddie and Wes and Richard, if I don't look at that, if I don't look, no.
No, you're right. But Eddie's cheating. He's on a tower too. He's got it made.
Well, he's one of
We had a guy in that when I lived out. You're funny you say that. We had a guy in when I lived in Buffalo. One of the early models of the X700, like 15 or 20 years ago. I don't remember. I think it was that was the model. I don't know what it was called then. In 1 watt, and we were like, "No way you're doing 1 watt." But I believe him now. I think he did have 1 watt.
Well, yeah, I know that. I think we tried that, or you tried that with your HT once.
Oh yeah. Still got out probably 10 miles in all directions at least.
Yeah, I think you were at a quarter, something like that. No, it's great. I mean, it's a good test. It's also good to see, like you were saying, if you could use when you can, because that'll make, especially if you're on battery power or backup power, makes your setup last a lot longer.
Yeah, the only forgotten to take it back up on 5 watts from a net like this is that I'll get somebody in the next day or so or 2 days later, somebody goes a little lower than normal. Are you doing something different? Oh yeah, I'm still on 5 watts. In other words, they can still hear me. They're just complaining it's not loud enough.
So they're probably welcoming me nothing too loud.
Yeah, very good. Anything else for the net there, Frank?
Nothing other than, field days coming up, winter field days like last year, comes around this time of the year. So be on the lookout for that and participate wherever you want. I think they're still allowing to do it from home.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure I would. And today is also, this month is also that winter heat operations for just doing simplex. And you can look that up for those that haven't looked up already. It's on. Look on the web for winter heat. Winter heat. That's it. We're doing a heat simplex. Winter heat, and it's through the whole month, and it's all simplex. And it's on winter heat. 2023, you'll see it on the web what the rules are. It's not a big deal. It's not really a contest. It's just getting people to operate on simplex, and you can do it anywhere. On this frequency, you collect QSOs and also on 5.2 or wherever you feel like. They've got some selected ones, but they don't limit it. So I believe do it on digital modes, including I think D-Star and DMR and Fusion. So as long as it's simplex, they don't care. Anyway, that was Frank, Kilo Bravo 9, Romeo, Kilo. He's in Northwest Mount Juliet. Who else is north? Hey, how you doing there, Earl? Yeah, no problem. You're still on 5 watts tonight, are you, Earl? Because you're really scratchy tonight.
Yeah. I'm doing doing five, plus five. Yeah, everybody's kind of cranky over here, even with my creating one.
Oh yeah, no, I'm copying you pretty good. Anything else? Really, for being on 5 watts where you are, you're doing fine. A lot of noise in there. But anything else for the net tonight?
No, that's here.
Yeah, it's supposed to get pretty cool the next day or two at night anyway. That was Earl in Noreen, Delta Echo Zulu. Who else is north or west?
AM.
Hey, how you sounding? How am I sounding to you there, Michael?
You're about an S3, and it's not. Rick is not able to hear anything, but want you to check him in.
Okay. For TJF, I believe that is. Well, let me. I didn't look and see what you were copying here, but go ahead and something so I can look at it.
Well, you're S3 to me, but I find it funny that Eddie was 20.
Yeah, no, he cheats though. He's got that tower and good elevation to top it off,
Yeah, I'm gonna try my best. At least another 10 feet this weekend if I can.
Yeah, you're doing about S4 here if you were looking at the meter on the screen.
Yep, so carry on.
Very good. That was Michael, KM4YRF, and his brother on a relay check-in. Tango Juliet Foxtrot, and Michael's in southeast Nashville, and his brother is in west of, and his name is Rick. Who else is west?
For India Foxtrot.
There's a slight double in there.
Whiskey 4 India Foxtrot.
Ah, very good. Whiskey 4. I'm in the name. I'm sorry.
This is Carl. I'm in East Nashville.
Oh, very good, Carl. I got to get that in back brain. India. It's such a nice short call too. You got to remember it. How you doing, Carl?
I'm doing well. I'm a radio, so I'm looking at an Anytone 5888. Have an experience with that.
Is that the one that has is that 25 watts and is it 220 as well as what is 270 centimeters and 2 meters?
Yes, that's right. It's 25 watts on 1.25, 50 on 2 meters, and 40 on 70 centimeters.
Yeah, again, one of the problems that we found on, I've heard it was a nice radio. One that has that. The only problem with 220 that we found, and I was actually a little, I'll just say, I thought it would be almost, nearly as good as 2 meters on propagation, and it doesn't seem to work out that way. So if you have lower, you're going to have to make up for it in some elevation on an antenna. That's the only problem with it.
Oh, well, thank you. That clarified a little bit. Anyway, I'm getting you fine, and all the people on the west.
Oh yeah, you're doing great. You're doing. I don't know if you can see it on the screen, but you're doing the SF, S7, S8 here, and good audio.
I'll say goodnight then.
Very good. That's Carl in East Nashville, Whiskey 4 India Foxtrot. Great signal too, Carl. It was also very good. Who else is west?
WA4FHY at 5 watts.
How are you doing tonight? This is Paul, is it not?
Oh, it is. It is not.
Foxtrot Hotel Yankee, correct?
Correctamundo. Yeah, I just wanted to see what was happening at 5 watts. I guess it's working.
Probably haven't been on one of our 5 watt net nights, and you're doing between S8 and S9 here on the screen.
I see you're a little bit lower than normal, but no problem. And let's see, I think I'm on the Ringo.
Yeah, it was surprising to everyone, I think, including me, the first time we did this, so some months or it's actually some years, how well 5 watt gets out. 5 watts gets out because we're so used to leaving it on 50 watts on everybody's radio.
Oh yeah, it can be a lot of fun.
Well, it is, and like I said, the benefit of it in an emergency system is that your battery is going to last a whole lot longer on 5 watts.
You know, field day. I run PRP at 5 watts and run off a solar battery.
Oh, so you get extra points to boot.
Oh yes, that too.
Well, it's I here recently, but when I did 5 watts, but I never submitted logs because I knew that the 5 watts gave other people points.
Well, I kind of cheated. A lot of my points were digital.
Oh yeah, well either way, it's still it kind of,
Yeah, but that's just my personal preference.
oh no, I understand. The only difficulty with is an AP, especially on a contest or on field days, a lot of stations can't hear you, so you end up on a frequency and then your frequency because they don't know you're there.
Yeah, that can happen. Yeah, it's just a contest anyway. Heck with it. Whatever. Anyway, carry on enjoying the 5 watts. It's an interesting concept.
All right, very good. That was Paul, Whiskey Alpha 4 in Old Hickory. Yeah, we had actually had a couple of people thought it was a dumb idea some years ago, and they said that's stupid. Why would you do that? And I said, well, it's a good test of your station, and you can figure out. And all of a sudden they went, oh yeah, good idea. Anyway, that was Paul, Whiskey 4 Foxtrot Hotel Yankee. Who else is West?
We have DSR on 5 watts.
I don't remember where you are. Where I forget where. I know you're west, but where?
Just on the east side of Percy Priest Lake, right off of I-40, a couple miles.
Oh yes, okay. I'm sorry. Yes, I did know where that was. Yeah, no, you're doing bounce off of it. I really do think that.
It may. We're about 800 feet or so from the water, but of course, as you know, Percy Priest, there's no lake lot. 100 foot of trees between us and the lake.
That's good. That way you can't hear the motorboats.
Copy that. Yeah. But no, all's well here tonight, Paul.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, your signal's great on 5 watts, and that's one of the reasons I like doing it like once every 4 or 6 weeks, just because it's a good drill on understanding that 5 watts is really 50 watts is overkill.
No, absolutely. To be honest with you, I had to pop out the manual and remind myself to cut the 2 power, so it also accomplished for me.
Oh yeah, well you raise an interesting point. When I first did a simplex net down in Florida, I was almost brand new to ham radio, and I ended up in this club, and they said, I kind of volunteered to doing that, and I realized right at the front end of getting into ham radio that one of the biggest barriers to people using their radios was they're not used to using their radios on the fly. In other words, they had a hard time going from having their repeaters all programmed in, which is nothing wrong with that. And then, okay, let's go to simplex. They're like, oh man, they all hear them flipping through the manuals. They don't know how to do it. They forgot, or they never did it because somebody programmed the radio for them. So it's kind of funny. And then changing to different, especially in we did a multiple, we also did, HF as well as 6 meters, 2 meters, 70 centimeters, the same kind of drill we do here once in a while. But it was amazing to me because it forced people to get to understand their radio. It's a great concept in that respect.
Absolutely. So yeah, having a good night and appreciate what you're doing. We'll talk to you.
Very good. That's Rick, Whiskey 5 Delta Foxtrot Romy, and he is in Hermitage. Who else is West? Oh, Jack, you sound just fine. How am I to you? Oh wow, no, you're in there, but I kind of expect that.
Yeah, Earl was like over to.
Was he really? Because he was rough to me.
I'm gonna do a straight shot.
I don't know. I can't. He'll be happy to hear that if he can hear you. I don't know, Earl, if you're still there. You were 60 over. What'd you say, 50 over?
I was like 60 over, like 3 or 4 bars in the red, and I was shocked.
There must be a plane right over top. He's bouncing off that plane or something. Oh, there you go. He did hear you. Very good. Earl heard that. You hear that? You must have heard that, didn't you, Jack?
Yeah, I got it. Well, thanks for doing that, Paul. I'll let you go. AG4 ILP.
Yeah, very good. That was Jack. He's in Donaldson. It's Kilo Golf 4, India Lima Victor. Who else is the West?
K24 Charles, West Nashville.
Hey, Charles, you sound good.
Johnny's real loud. He's about half age, and the guy first breaking her hip, he's about 7, 8. Everybody sounded pretty good. I'm hearing most people on 5 watts.
Yeah, it is good. It is good. It's a little more annoying when it's noisy to talk to a station, but again, that's not the reason for the drill. Is that we're not trying to find noisy stations. We're just trying to determine if we can hear everybody.
Yeah, Roger, Roger. Well, you're solid in stream up in this 4, so it's still good to make sense. It's low static in there. It's fine. So y'all keep easy. I'm going to call tonight. KC4.
Yeah, very good. That was Charles in West Nashville. Kilo Charlie 4 Tango, November, Quebec. Yeah, you were about S3 to S4 here as well. Who else is West? Or South? KF4, KFQ. Tony, you doing well?
I'm doing well. You're going to have to be extra whimsical tonight on Wordle.
Is it a tough one?
I think so.
Well, they're all tough unless you just happen in a whimsy find the correct word to start out with.
Yeah, since that editor of Wordle describes folks like you as whimsical, you really latched onto that. Yeah, yeah, that's your new moniker now, whimsical Paul.
Whimsical Wilazinski. I know that. That's my middle name. I prefer serendipitous to myself.
Well, I strive every day to reach mediocre.
Oh, you've achieved that well. You might get an award.
Yeah, you see all my garbage I picked up today?
Yes, I did. That was quite a feat. I'm just and some of it you couldn't even get.
Yeah, I mean, there's that much more still sitting out there.
Boy, oh boy. You said you called the city, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. But it was all waterlogged and the stuff weighed like 120 pounds.
No, that's their job, really. You're doing a fine job, though. I think.
Anyway, that's it. That's all I got.
Very good. That's Tony. He's in Smyrna. Kilo Foxtrot 4, Kilo Foxtrot Quebec. Who else is south?
Kilo Quebec for Alpha Echo Tango.
Oh, I had Chris. There's a double or a triple in there, but I heard Chris first. So how you doing?
I'm doing well. So good night to check out 5 meters. I just picked up there 5 watts. I just picked up a mag mount for the wife's car so I can run an HT in it when I'm tooling around in her rig.
Oh yeah, very good. This is probably your first 5 watt night, isn't it?
No, I think I've been on 1 or 2 others before, so or at least 1.
I wasn't sure when you jumped in there because we haven't done one in a little while.
I got my ticket in May, so I think we've done 1 at least.
You're probably right. You're probably right. I lose sight of how much time goes by because here we are on net number 864, and I don't remember doing about 600 of them.
Yeah, you do it twice a week. I mean, yeah, I can see how you get lost on that
one. Very good. Anything else for the net, Chris?
No, other than that, I'm pretty happy with this. Magnet's got some pretty good ears. I've been able to hear folks on this HT that I normally can't hear. It's fantastic.
Oh, it is. That's very good. That's Chris, Kilo Quebec 4 Alpha Echo Tango, and he is in Rural Hill, southeast of me, about 5 miles. Who else is south? Okay, there was 2 in there, but I heard who did I hear? I heard Kilo Mike 4 November Yankee. Bill, how are you, Bill? All right, I'm glad you're doing well. You're really scratchy to me tonight, but might be just bad conditions. But that was Bill, and he's a Murfreesboro. Kilo Mike 4 November Yankee. Who else? Who else was in there? West? Excuse me, South. Hello, Mike. How are you?
I'm good. I heard you trying to talk to Kevin this morning. He had bad
Like I said, you need a really good ball of monofilament line.
Not only that, but I added weight to the tip of my arrow, and I still couldn't get it to, I shook it and couldn't, I had so much resistance, so many limbs, I couldn't get it to come on down.
Well, I have not done that myself, but we did it with one of those launchers, those potato launchers, whatever you call it. The idea really is to shoot it way over the tree and let it land on the other side.
Well, that's exactly do that. You got that many more limbs than adds resistance. But I got a friend that has a what you call it, drone. So I think we may be able to do it with that.
Yeah, it's obviously it's going to have to handle. You have to give it a lot of wire, lead on your amount of film, whatever you're using, because you don't want to be dragging down the drone.
Oh yeah, exactly. I was using like 8-pound test monofilament on the arrow, but and then I was gonna attach, a heavier line and then a heavier line, but I couldn't even get the monofilament to settle down.
Oh yeah, no, it's my favorite trick, and I've used it several times, and that's I carried around a bunch of large, like 1-inch nuts, machine screw nuts, and I put them on the end of a and throw it over limbs, but you think you're David and Goliath until you realize you kept missing the limb, or you throw it under, throw it over, hit the wrong limb. You're not very good at that.
Well, yeah, now I used to do that hanging dipoles. I would take one out when on a nylon cord. I do the whirly whirl, swing it around and around, and then let it go. Sometimes you had to try again.
Yeah, no, it's all fun. It's all we keep having to relearn everything every time we do those things.
Anyway, I'm out tonight with 5 watts.
Oh, you're doing great. You got good copy. It's a little bit noisy, but the copy's fine. I wasn't. What? Give me your. Say something again. I wasn't looking at the screen.
Testing 1 2 3 1 2 3. You're about a 4.
Yeah, you're about a 3 here, but again, the copy's fine. It's a little noisy in the background,
All right, we'll let you go. Does your full ride? Carry on.
Hey, I understand there's some job open.
Don't get me started on that.
That is Mike. He is Byrne, who is 3 or 4 people short on the police department this week. It's Whiskey Oscar 4 Yankee. Who else is? We may have anybody, any place, anywhere. Please come in. All right, Larry, got you in there on 5 watts. A little scratchy, but good copy. Good. That was Larry down in Rockville, Kilo Echo 4 Sierra Yankee Victor. Anyone else? Any place, anywhere?
Okay. 700 is my dragon. The chain's gone. I think I figured out what it is. It's when I leave a USB cable plugged into the back of the radio.
Oh wow, it is gone. Absolutely. It's like I mean, it's not that the other sounded horrible. It was just you could hear it in the background.
Yeah, it's caught me, and of course, I don't remember from one time to the next. But anyway, appreciate the recap. Carry on. I'll catch you on 10. Yeah.
Remember what?
Exactly.
Okay, very good. Just sounding like the normal studio Mark. That's right, studio microphone Mark. Who else? Any place, anywhere? Hey, where you been, man?
Oh, I ain't even have a radio hooked up for a while now with Christmas and going out of town and everything like that. So I got back here earlier working on the computer and I said, well, hey, I need to hook up the radio. Well, I got it on the power output of 1. That's as low as it goes on this one.
Oh, I don't know what that means on your radio, but you sound a bit of hash in there, but you sound fine.
Yeah, it may be putting out a little bit more than that.
Yeah. So you've been keeping busy during the holidays?
Come back.
I say you were keeping busy during the holidays?
Oh yeah, we went for Christmas and we left there and then got back. Didn't get this now that started.
Oh, okay, I got you. Well, you could have went on YouTube. I wouldn't seen it.
But at least Santa did remember.
Oh, yeah, very good. Get you any radio gear, or was that off the list?
Oh, this is the 706. I hooked it back up to there.
Ah, okay, very good. Yeah, it was just I don't know. I saw. Did you see? I don't know if you saw it. Anybody else saw it on the web? They were giving a list that some other countries' traditions are for kids during Christmas. We have Santa Claus, obviously, but theirs had these. Yeah, I think it was in Denmark. I believe it was in Denmark. It had these two like troll people that would come by your house, and one was like, good guy, bad guy. I forget what it was. I have to look that up again. And if you were good, you got gifts. And what you do is you put a pair of shoes on the windowsill, and they put gifts in your shoes. And if you were a bad boy,
I think I've heard that one before.
I had never seen it. It made me laugh.
Yeah, that's this world are always interesting.
Yeah, it is very good. At least nobody confuses the Easter Bunny with Christmas.
Made me think of a joke, but I can't tell it on the air.
All right, we'll save it for Saturday if you come into breakfast.
The only goes will, I'll show up.
That was Kerry. He's in where the heck is he? He's in Baird's Mill. That's where he is, and that's Kilo Kilo 5 Sierra. Okay, I think we topped out here at 2024 from many lollygaggers, lurkers, sandbaggers, flat earthers. What else do I leave out there? Anybody, please come in. Very good. We ran out. I'm going over to 10 meters, and we're going to be on 28.415 upper sideband. That's 28.415. I'll be there momentarily. K4PEW QSYing over to, what did I just say? 28.415. All right, it's K4PEW with the Mount Juliet Simplex Radio Net here on 10 meters. Looking for check-ins from the east. Please come out. Kilo Kilo 5 Sierra. That's Carrie. Kilo Kilo 5 Sierra. Doing fine. Carrie and Bird's Mill. Who else is north or east? Excuse me. Very good. I got you in there early. You sound fine. Kilo Echo 4 Delta Echo Zulu. Anybody else east? All right, to the north. That sound good there. You notice how much Mark's signal went completely clean when he unplugged the USB thing.
Oh yeah, it sounded beautiful.
Oh, I know. It sounded like Mark's normal signal, but it's nice to be critical. You can't stop screwing with stuff. Anyway, it's Kilo Bravo 9 Romeo. Kilo Kilo. Who else is north?
4 TWR.
Hey, very good. You're using that dipole tonight there, Wes?
Vertical dipole. That's all I've got. I'm curious what my signal strength is, and you hear that 7S8?
Really? Well, you're only showing about S2 here, but your audio is perfect. I wouldn't have guessed it looked that low on the screen.
Hey, Frank, are you? What am I getting to you? You're about S6. Okay, yeah, that's what you are. Okay, all right. Interesting. North of about 35 feet up in a tree. P4 TWR.
Very good. That's Wes up by the lake, north of Lebanon. Kilo Echo 4 Tango Whiskey India. Who else is north? North or west?
KM4 YRF Mike. nowhere in Nashville.
Yeah, well, just it's Davidson County. That's what you need to say.
I'll do it.
Yeah, very good. Is Rick in there tonight?
He should be.
I haven't heard him yet. But anyway, that was Kilo Mike 4 Yankee Romeo Foxtrot, and Michael's in Southeast Nashville. Who else is West? Hello, Jack. Kilo Golf 4 India Lima Victor and Donaldson. It's good signal. Who else is West? You must have made it home there, Greg.
I am.
Yep, Kilo, good signal. Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor Echo. Anybody else West? Or South?
5 Delta Foxtrot Romeo.
Whiskey. Is it Whiskey 5 Delta 5? I was only half listening there. No, it's Whiskey 5 Delta Foxtrot Romeo. You sound good there, Rick.
Thanks, Paul. I've copied everybody so far. It's all good here. Good copy.
Oh yeah, very good. It is a pretty quiet night, a pretty good night tonight for propagation. That's Whiskey 5 Delta Foxtrot Romeo, and that's Rick in where the heck are you, Rick? I forgot already.
Hermitage.
Oh yes, it's Hermitage. Hermitage. Oh, how could I forget? Whiskey 5 Delta Foxtrot Romeo Hermitage. Who else is West?
Kilo November 4 Tango Juliet Foxtrot.
Hey, you sound good, really great tonight there, Rick.
How you feeling better?
Oh yeah, much better. Still a little bit with a little congestion, but nothing, nothing to really cry about. It's just, you know how it is when you have a cold, the lingering effects.
Good to hear from you, Paul.
Very good. That was Rick. He's in Ashland City. Kilo November 4 Tango Juliet Foxtrot. Who else is West? West or South?
Kilo 3 Mike Papa Romeo.
Hello. Where were you on 2 meters, Mike?
I got on a little late and didn't hit, so I missed you guys. But hey, I just wanted to put out that I'm getting some movement on that Tennessee ham radio parity act with the state. So I need as many that can to contact their local House representative and state senator and here in Tennessee and get these guys to get on board with this thing. So those of us that are stuck in HOAs can start putting up antennas legally.
Oh, I hear you. No, that's it is a struggle to get. I don't know how many, if many legislatures have actually done that, but it seems to me the feds actually kind of cleared a path for that, didn't they?
Well, they cleared a path, but they removed the part that prevents HOAs from banning antennas. So I'm trying to get the state of Tennessee to pass an act that will allow ham radio operators to install antennas that live in HOAs and prevent HOAs from preventing ham radio operators from being able to do it. So if we can get it passed, it's no cost to the state, so it should be an easy thing to do.
Right. Well, yeah, that's right. You're right. I understand what you're saying. I think you already put that on the group, though, didn't you? Yeah, you put that out on the group a few days ago or last night, I think.
Yep, I put it on the group because I'm starting to see some movement from some other ham clubs that were getting on board with it. I think there's some legislative people that are interested in pursuing it. So, like I say, the more people that we can get involved calling and saying, hey, we're for this, we need it for the safety of the public and everything else. Maybe we can get this thing passed.
I hear you. Well, very good. That was Mike. He got a great signal, but of course, you're not too far from me there, Mike. That was Kilo 3 Mike Papa Romeo. He's over here in the east side of Mount Juliet, south of 40. Who else is wherever I was? Any place, anywhere at this point, south or east? South or anywhere? North, south, east, or west? All righty. We had a grand total of 11 on 10 meters. If somebody wants to jump on 223, we'll do that as well. This is K4PW. Closing out this portion on that. Appreciate everybody. Appreciate everybody being there. 73 for this net and jumping over to 223 415. K4PEW. Ah, very good. Wait, hold on one second. Let me get that. We had KF4, KFQ, and we had, who else did we have in there? Oh, we had Frank in there, my mistake. That was Frank, KB9, RKK. Anybody else in there besides Tony and Frank and me? Oh, yeah, a little rough on the voice, but your signal's good. That was Greg in Antioch. Anybody else in there, please come up. Ah, very good. You got a good clean signal there too, Mark.
I need you to remind me when I'm noisy to unplug my USB cable.
I have to have notes for everybody I talk to. Unplug your USB. Oh, by the way, use the right antenna.
Yep, that too. All right, well, you sound good.
Yeah, very good. That's Mark, Whiskey Bravo 0, November, Oscar. Tony, can you hear Mark at all from where you are? I don't think you can.
Nope, I can only hear you so far.
Okay, and I think I know Frank hears Mark, so I'm not even going to ask him. Greg, you can hear Mark at all?
No, not tonight. I'm not hearing anybody well but you so far.
Okay, very good. And Whiskey Bravo 0. Who else? So that makes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of us tonight so far. Anybody else out there? Please come down. Anybody else for the 223-415 portion of the net? Is anybody copying anything I can't hear? No, maybe he didn't remember to get out here, but the conditions seem okay. I expect Jack's signal obviously has some ups and downs, but Jack, you out there? I heard somebody. It sounds like there's a slight change in the squelch tone. You know, the squelch when somebody's doing something. So that might be Jack trying to get in.
I know Mike KM4YRF is looking for an antenna. I've offered him my feed. You may have a ground plane available.
Oh, that ground plane is for the birds, man.
Yeah, I've offered him that original 4-element document I made that seemed to work. So I can't pick up those.
Yeah, I think those little ground planes that MFJ sells, like that one for 223, that should say on it for repeater use only.
You would think 5/8 wave would be easy, but still it didn't seem to do it. I think I'm hearing something down there from the noise level too. Trying to bring 12.
And if anybody else, please come in.
Your voice is like 223 anyway, but nobody's there.
Yeah, very good. Anybody else got anything or hear anything or have anything to say before we break the net? Well, very good. Appreciate those who did check in. That was me, K4PEW, Tony in Smyrna, Kilo Foxtrot 4, Kilo Foxtrot Quebec. We got Frank in Northwest Wilson, Kilo Bravo 9, Romeo Kilo Delta 4, Charlie Victor Echo, Greg in Antioch, and Mark, Whiskey Bravo 0, November, Oscar in Northwest Wilson. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 total. One more time. Is there anybody else out there? All right, nothing there. Appreciate it, guys. We'll hope we pick up some more customers here in the net in the future. K4PW. Have a great night. And that's the name of that tune.